it's Destiny, and today we're back with another Himeko Showcase. And before we get into today's video, I would love to know your favorite team that you've been playing lately. And also, if you'd like to see more Honkai Star Rail content from me, consider subscribing to the channel, leave a like to support today's video, and now let's get straight into it. For today's showcase, we are using Himeko, the Dahlia, Ruan Mei, and then Harmony Trailblazer. In a previous showcase, I have used Himeko and the Dahlia, and what I did with that team was using Fugue and Linkshot alongside Himeko and the Dahlia. So today we have a bit of a different approach. We're not using a mono fire team, but instead we are using Ruan Mei and Harmony Trailblazer here. Argenti is going to summon his summons here, and we will take a bit of damage, but this is perfectly fine, as this will allow us to get more energy to be able to use our ultimate sooner. So with Ruan Mei here, what I will do is just simply basic attack and then follow up here with her ultimate. We want her ultimate here just so we can take advantage of the buffs from her ultimate. And now while we do have Himeko and the Dahlia's ultimates, I don't want to use them just yet. What I want to do first is break with Harmony Trailblazer here, get their ultimate, and then take advantage of the backup dancer effect, which will allow us to take advantage of super break from them as well. And I also just love Harmony Trailblazer's ultimate. I just feel like it's so cute. And with Himeko here, we'll use her ultimate and then follow up with the Dahlia's ultimate. So here's Himeko. Boom! There we go. Almost 1 million damage right there. We did 900,000. And now with the Dahlia here, we can just use her ultimate like so. We got rid of the other summon there, and now we can just focus on Argenti here. We're just going to spam our skills, as we will be able to break Argenti before Argenti goes again. And bam! And now with Harmony Trailblazer, what's really nice about them in particular is that their skill is a bounce attack. So Argenti is about to take a bunch of hits here from Harmony Trailblazer, effectively reducing their toughness by quite a lot. Now Himeko will come in with her follow-up, and now the Dahlia will come in with her follow-up as well. And now we can just focus on using our skills once again. And boom! Now we can just use Ruan Mei's skill. With the Dahlia here, I will just use her skill as well. And now with Harmony Trailblazer, I will replenish their ultimate. There we go. And now what I could do is follow up with their skill. What we will do with the Dahlia here is just basic attack. And now with Himeko, we will be able to finish off Argenti's first HP bar. Now Dahlia will come in with her follow-up. And now Argenti will summon these summons here. But what's really nice is that the Dahlia as well as Himeko can just immediately break them. So we're not even going to have to deal with these summons right here. And now with Himeko, we can use her ultimate. And boom! 1 million damage right there from Himeko and the follow-up attack. And now all of these summons are broken. Now Argenti is just doing his pose here, but luckily for us, we do not have to deal with this. With Ruan Mei, I will just basic attack, and with the Dahlia, I will skill. With Harmony Trailblazer, we will skill once again. And now with Himeko here, I can basic attack. The Dahlia will come in with her follow-up, bam! And now we will get advanced forward. Once again, Himeko will come in with her follow-up. And now what we could do is spam our skills again. With the Dahlia, we will skill. With the Ruan Mei, we will skill as well. And now we will also follow up here with our skill. We can just basic attack here. And now with the Dahlia, skill. And with Himeko, once again, the same thing. Dahlia will come in with her follow-up, bam! And now with the Ruan Mei here, what we could do is basic attack and follow up with her ultimate, then use Himeko's ultimate as well. So there we go, and boom! And with the Dahlia, if we had her ultimate ready, we definitely could have used her ultimate and probably finished off this fight with a bit more action value. But I believe we were only 2 energy off from using the Dahlia's ultimate. So ideally, if we had the Dahlia's ultimate when Ruan Mei was able to use her ultimate and then Himeko, then we could have actually had a higher score here. So it's just 2 energy off, but it is fine. We will just basic here and then finish off the fight here with the Dahlia's ultimate. And boom, there we go. And we were able to get a pretty nice score, I would say, with a Himeko, Dahlia, Ruan Mei, and then Harmony Trailblazer team. And let's also take a look at the builds for today's video as well. So here are our builds for today. Here is Himeko. We are focusing a good amount on her break effect so that she's able to deal nice break damage onto enemies. And then here are the rest of her stats. We are using Rappa's Light Cone on Himeko primarily for the additional break effect as well as the additional energy when entering battle, but there are alternatives that you can consider using. For example, a great 4-star Light Cone is after the Charmony fall. This Light Cone will give Himeko more break effect as well as increase her speed after using her ultimate. As for Himeko's build, we are using Forge in the Iron Break set, and then here are each of the pieces as well. These pieces can definitely use some work. They aren't the best pieces possible, but they were able to get the job done for today. And as for Eidolons, my Himeko is E6, but you can definitely try this out with a Himeko with less Eidolons or even using a Himeko that is E0. In my previous showcase with the Mono Fire Himeko team, I did use an E0 Himeko and was able to get excellent results with that as well. You can definitely try this out with an E0 Himeko. As for the Dahlia, here she is and here's her build. For her light cone, we're using her signature, but there are definitely plenty of alternative light cones you can use, such as the ones on screen here. For her chases, they are maxed out except for her basic attack, and for her relics, we are using Forge in the Iron Break set, which here are each of the pieces as well. We're trying to focus as much as possible on her speed and break effect, and just one thing to note is that for her body piece, let's say you're using a light cone that has a base chance of inflicting a debuff onto an enemy. For example, a light cone such as Resolution Shines' Pearls of Sweat, or a light cone such as Cypher Signature Light Cone, then you might want to actually consider using an effect hit rate body piece just to have more consistency with inflicting those debuffs onto enemies. As for the Eidolons, my Dahlia is E0, and then for Ruan Mei, here she is. We are using In Pursuit of the Wind on Ruan Mei, but you definitely can use light cones such as Memories of the Past, you can use Dance Dance Dance, and so on. Her traces are maxed out except for basic attack, and for her relics we're using Sprightly Von Whack and Watchmaker, which in here are also each of the pieces. We are using a slow Ruan Mei build with Von Whack so that she's able to use her ultimate immediately in a fight, and then since she has a slower build, it'll take longer for her to get her turn again, resulting in the buff lasting a bit longer between the other characters' turns. As for Eidolons, Ruan Mei is E1. And lastly, we have Harmony Trailblazer, which here they are. I would like some more break effect on them, but this is okay for today. For their light cone, we are just using Memories of the Past. For their relic and planar, we are using Forge in the Iron Break set, which if you'd like, you can consider alternative relic and planar sets. And then also here are each of the pieces as well. I would ideally like a defensive orb and defensive body piece, honestly, but I didn't have enough pieces to do this. So that is something I would change just for better survivability on my Harmony Trailblazer. But once again, for today, it was fine. Argenti basically only got to attack us in the beginning when his initial summons were able to hit us, but from there, we were able to consistently break those summons anyway, resulting in us not really taking damage afterward. And then we have a break effect rope, but you can also consider using an energy regen rope. For the Eidolons, they are of course E6. And overall, this showcase was pretty fun to do. I love doing Himeko showcases since she is by far one of my favorite standard 5-star characters. And whenever I have an opportunity to do a Himeko showcase, I'll definitely do that for you all since I just find her kits very fun to mess around with, especially with all the follow-up attacks. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today's showcase. And if you would like to see more Star Rail content from me, consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a like to support today's video, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace.